Guys, one of the issues that I've had doing combatives training is that guys want to do constant ongoing sustainment training. They want to continue training, whether it be on a weekly, a daily, a monthly, yearly basis, but they want to continue training on a regular basis. So this is kind of my solution to accomplishing this without basically sacrificing two aspects that I feel very strongly toward. Number one, I don't want guys becoming dependent on combatives to the detriment of their sub-skills. And by sub-skills, I'm referring to their Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, their wrestling, their striking, their marksmanship, things like this. I don't want guys coming to combatives in a manner of replacing each one of these skills. What I want them to do is I want them to use combatives to augment those skills and to provide context and reality to those skills. So, that being said, how can I do that without replacing those? The other aspect that I'm trying to make sure that I don't do is that I'm not wanting to shorten the course or remove material for the sake of time constraints, for the sake of ease or convenience. I'm sorry, but I'm not looking to diminish the product, because now it just becomes one of the many products that are out there that are utterly useless and are evident by the results, by the long-term results they produce in their students, which that's just not the kind of instructor I want to be. So, that being said, how I've set up my courses is day one is the foundational course. Day two, you have to have had day one. So day one is a prerequisite course. Day two is also a prerequisite for taking day three. So each one has to be built upon another. And what I want is, I want guys to be able to come through and take the 3-day course. Unfortunately, a lot of guys are not able to take the entire 3-day course on a long weekend, a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then continue training throughout the rest of the year. So how can I do that and still be able to kind of stay within the parameters, maintain my integrity, and still produce a good product for you guys, and still be able to accomplish sustainment training? And this is kind of the solution that I've come up with. So in January, we offered a day 1, day 2, and day 3 course. Guys who want to do sustainment training can sign up for a seminar in February that we're going to do, which will just be day 1. Now, yes, they've already gone through day 1, and other guys, there'll be new students in there, but I can promise you this, as somebody who has been taught how to do an armbar from the guard probably 3 million times in his career, every single time you go through and learn a skill, you will learn more detail. You will pick up more detail. You will fine-tune things. You will hone things to your particular body mechanics, your size, your strength, your weight. You are going to fine-tune things. And that at the end of every single day, whether it's day 1, day 2, or day 3, we do a force-on-force. The only difference is that day 1, we focus on foundational skills, and we focus on doing those in kind of a stand-up environment. Day 2, we work from a multiple attacker and ground type scenario. And day 3, we get more into removing most of the restraints so that you can do all of this in a real unscripted force-on-force type scenario, where we've removed as much of the restraints as we can to create as realistic environment as we can without basically you shooting somebody in the face for real. So, that being said, those guys who signed up in January, they could take a seminar in February. That allows them to go back through that day 1 again to continue to do the force-on-force and to continue fine-tuning their skills, and it allows them sustainment training on a monthly basis. At the same time, what it does is it also forces those guys to continue in their local areas, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, striking, whatever skills that they're training locally. It allows them to continue training those skills on a local level, because combatives should not compete with those skills, it should augment. So, February we're offering day 1, March day 2, and then come in April, each one of these day 1 and day 2 courses will be on a Saturday. So once you come to April, if for some reason you're not able to go through the 3-day portion, if you've already had day 1 and day 2 seminars, you can just come in to the day 3 portion there, and then you just have to take off. It'll just be on that Sunday there, so it'll still be a weekend for you. It's not a matter of taking off the entire week. Or if you're only able to get there for 2 days, you can take day 1, day 2, and you can sign up for day 2 and 3 in April, or however you want to do it. But basically, once you've gone all the way through the program to day 3, you could take any courses at any time, any days that you want in order to maintain your sustainment. And you'll know based on having gone through those courses what the primary focus of each day is, so that you can go through and pick out what are the skills that I need to work on, how can I go ahead and maintain my proficiency in that skill. And this allows you to maintain sustainment training while still being able to work within the convenience of a lot of you guys who are working on a daily basis. It allows the opportunity for you to get the entire program without me watering it down, and with you guys still getting the full scope of the project and sustainment training and training locally and so on and so forth. So you guys keep an eye on the Facebook page, and we're going to be posting these events up, when we're going to be doing the next one and the locations and so on and so forth. If you're wanting to host training, we can host either 1, 2, or 3 day courses in your area, and basically start this model elsewhere. Like I said, the purpose of Combatives is not to compete with the local markets. It's to augment the local markets, to get guys in there to continue to train. The whole purpose of this program is to inspire you guys to take personal responsibility for your own training and your own needs. Not just to gravitate towards something that you're good at, but to actually highlight what you're not good at, so that you can train those weaknesses until they become strengths, and then you'll have a whole new set of weaknesses to train. So you guys think about that. Train hard.